Welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to be working on this race game. So there are two sprites. One will be working with A and the other with right arrow. Let's press space to start. Now you can see that there are two sprites. Both are penguin. One is penguin 1 and the other is penguin 2. Now with the help of right arrow and A letter, both the penguins are moving. Now as soon the penguin touches the red line, which is the finish line, the backdrop switches to the penguin one wins backdrop. And let's try it once more and try this time to make this penguin win. And when this penguin touches the finish line, it says penguin 2 wins. So there are overall four uh, sprites and four backdrops. As you can see, I already have added four backdrops. One is instruction where I've written my instructions. The second is the winter backdrop. I've modified it a bit to suit my requirement. The third is the snow one only, but I've renamed it as P1, and this is P2, Penguin 2 wins. So my backdrops are ready. Similarly, four of my sprites are ready. Now, a simple thing is that for all my sprites, they are not appearing on the when the project starts. So when flag is clicked, they are all hiding, and when space key is pressed, they all show. Since I want these penguins to start at this point whenever the project restarts, I am going to add the go to block to the when flag is clicked because I need them to come back to this position. So they are at their correct desired position right now. I'll quickly add go to this. So whenever flag is clicked, both the penguins are going to be at this only. Now, the other thing is, let me quickly add that as well. Because line and finish line are not moving, I'm not adding go to them. Now comes the backdrops. So since I have four backdrops and I want to start with instructions backdrop, so when flag is clicked, I'm going to switch to instructions backdrop. And when space key is pressed, I want to switch to the winter backdrop, my game backdrop. So I'll show you the names again quickly. The backdrop is this. So here I want to start. Now let's move to the coding part where both the sprites are going to move. So when space key is pressed, remember you have to add the switch backdrop block to only one sprite. It works that way only. You don't have to complicate the coding a lot. If you put it in all the sprites, in that case, if you have to change one bit, you'll have to change that to each of the sprite. So it is suggested that you add the changes in one sprite only. So let's start with penguin one. When flag is pressed, it will hide, it will show here. Let's test it once. So flag is pressed, all the sprites are hiding. When space key is pressed, the back switch to this one, all four sprites are visible. Now, uh, since we want it to move, we'll be using move block. We can also use change x by 10 if you want. Uh, but here we only have to move forward, so we'll use move block simply. So it should move when this key is pressed. Which key? Let's say A key. Sorry, not this. When A key is pressed. So when A key is pressed, I want it to move and it has to happen all the time. So I'll bring forever and I'll place it in forever. Now similarly, I have to code the same here also. So I'll quickly drag this block here and connect it to the when space key here as well. I'll just make it smaller so that my code fits properly. Yeah. So now it has to be on right arrow. So penguin 2 is going to move on right arrow and penguin 1 is going to move on letter A. Let's test it again. When flag is pressed, when space is pressed, this is moving, this is moving. It is crossing the finish line because we have to add the sensing part. Let's add the sensing part. So if, again I have to add if, I'm simply going to change this. If it is touching the finish line, the finish line, which is the red line, if it touches finish line, then I don't want to move. I want the backdrop to switch. So let's switch the backdrop, and because this is penguin 1, I want P1 backdrop to appear. And then similarly here, when when if touching the finish line, which is the finish line, the backdrop should change to P2 because we are coding penguin 2 right now. So let's add P2. Okay, let's test it. So letter A, penguin 1 wins. Now what happens? The backdrop switched, but all the sprites are still visible. So simply we will add the code on whenever P1 or P2 is there, uh, we should hide all the sprites. There must be one more thing. See, I am still able to make the sprites move even after penguin 1 has win. So we should uh, add a stop all block as well. So let's code that. Add stop all and hide all 4 sprites. So we'll go here and we'll say when backdrop switches to P1 or P2, when backdrop switches to P1, hide. Hide the sprite and stop all. I'm adding stop all as well. Now this has to go to penguin also to P2. So any of the penguin can win. Either penguin 1 can win or penguin 2. So the backdrop can switch to P1 or P2. In both the cases, we have to hide the sprite and we have to stop everything. So let's copy it quickly to penguin 1. So P1, I'll just, yeah. So let's duplicate and make it for P2 also. And the same has to go for line and finish line as well. So add, let's add, let's add, and done. Let's quickly check that all the code are there in all our sprites. Yes. Now let's test it the last time. When flag is clicked, when space is pressed, letter A I'm pressing right now. Perfect. And this time I'll make the other penguin win. And this time the penguin 2 wins. This is how you make a race game. In case you want to make it limited for a time, we already have discussed the timer uh, tutorial. You can add a timer as well to this game.